the true Frozen unleashed. And from having watched this guy from his very first forays in the competitive scene, I know that he can sling some cards.
Oh, look at the smile he's got right now. And
he looks over at docpwn. He gives away a lot by this, but he knows exactly what this play is going to be. And he's just going all in on this Edwin Van Cleef. Holy moly!
It's just the right call. docpwn actually has no way on turn 2 to kill this without Innervate and Mulch. And if there is no Mulch in general, docpwn will die. Turn 1, 10-10 Van Cleef from Frozen. Damage quest real quick. Frozen is just all smiles. Even docpwn can't help but smile like, well, if this is the way it's going to be, no, I'm not going to win this game.
All right, so he has to draw Mulch, and even then, I don't think it's going to be enough. A swipe is not going to do it. And after about 2 minutes and 12 seconds, Frozen will take game number 1.
A Jade build with some technology in it. He does have Yogg-Saron at the top end. He has put his faith there. But Frozen, he's playing the Malagos.
We'll see. This board is going to be a pretty threatening position. Picks up Raven Idol, so this is going to be the turn where Frozen goes off.
Yep. It's a 9 spell count for docpwn right now, but Frozen has opportunities to outright win the game this turn.
After this Malagos is played with Innervate, Frozen's going to have 11 mana available to him. He's got 1 draw from the Wild Growth and a pickup from the Raven Idol. If he picks up damage spells from both of those, he could kill docpwn from 35 this turn. Let's see the Raven Idol pickup. Another Raven Idol.
Do over.
Let's see. Another Raven Idol.
Do over or Lunar Visions. Now there is a real choice here at this point.
He does. 5 mana is a lot. Now, we talked about it earlier, but one of the threats in the Druid, he's running out of time.
Yeah,
he's got to go.
He's taking Wisp to the old gods here.
He's just going to go all in with this board. I like this.
Well,
you can't remove all this stuff.
Mind you, this is the kind of play that I was a bit afraid of because docpwn has Yogg-Saron in hand. The Yogg-Saron's gotten big at this point. Frozen is not going to win the game if Yogg-Saron does some big stuff here. And right now, the big stuff is just, can it clear the board? It's going to be up to the old gods.
Oh, man. And that's the only option for docpwn at this point. He does not have a Mulch. He gives that look. He understands what he needs to do.
Yeah, 10 turns into game number 2. And
there's a big elephant in this room.
And he's not talking about Jade Behemoth.
All right, let's just listen.
GG. When Yogg kills itself, the spell train stops.
Totemic Might, are you kidding me, Yogg-Saron? Give me a break.
We're playing for grand finals at the Winter Championships, Yogg.
Now, he does pick up a Mulch. But at this stage, I don't know how much that matters because Frozen, he's going to push some damage. He's still got a 9-4, 7-2, and a 3-5 on board. There is still a chance for docpwn, but it's a very slim one. Because right now, he is at 8 health. He's going to need to pick up some removal. Wild Growth doesn't really help him here. Could cycle further in his deck.
He had Swipe, could he have gotten out of this? So he had Swipe, Wrath, Mulch, facing down Fandral. Yeah, Swipe would have been an incredible draw at this point for docpwn. I think there's a chance he can recover.
Well, he can Mulch the Malagos, Wrath down Aviana, and then Feral Rage for armor.
That's the key. Is he
and
needs
he'd be alive on board.
He needs the Feral Rage afterwards, like restabilize. Like he can live another turn, but how does he actually win that way?
Yeah, that's true. Because with the way his removal spells line up, if he doesn't Feral Rage, I don't think there's a way for him to survive unless he thinks that Jade Behemoth might take a hit.
He's going to Wrath and draw a card here on the Aviana, it looks like. That would give him an out to draw Swipe. And I think that's his best play. I think he's got one play to it.
He'd be a 1 and 9. He's got 1 Swipe left in his deck with 9 cards remaining. It looks like he's not going for the out. Just going to take the consistent play.
It's a really tough call to make, but without killing this He's just giving up the Feral Rage. Like
Yeah.
in this spot, using it this way and the other way are effectively the same thing. He's got one more draw to see it.
Yeah. So a swipe for Frozen here, I believe, would do it. Plenty of
About
pickups from
14 Raven
Idol.
Idols.
He also gets a minion.
Goldlight Oracle looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, just get him deeper into his deck. Now he is giving docpwn more outs. If he doesn't pick up something, he's going to do the math here. And Arcanosmith is...
How about Starfire and Dome him?
Starfire and Dome him. How fitting. He's going to count it up, but that looks like 12, 17, and that's how much health docpwn has. And Frozen is going to
Enjoy
take
himself, then agonize over something like this, and why not?
I don't think
I
it's
could join
really.
my time.
I don't think it's really hit him yet.
That too.
Yesterday on stage in his interview with Rachel, he said, "I'm going to need some time." She asked, "How does it feel?" He's like, "I don't really know. Give me a couple days, maybe a couple weeks. Come back and ask me in May, and then I'll tell you." But let's get into it. Game number 3. Frozen's got a 2-0 lead. He's feeling pretty good. Currently, Frozen has a 2-0 record. Take a 3-0 lead in this series versus docpwn.
Wow. TJ, this is just nuts.
In the Winter Championship. One game at a time. First one is going to be Dragon Priest versus Dragon Priest.
docpwn came into this round with an overall game score of 12 and 11. He has also had a bit of a rough road to get here. A lot of close matches along the way. You look at his 2016 HCT appearances. Finished 2-2 at Winter Prelims. Double elimination, good enough for nothing. 0-2 at Summer in 2016, good enough for nothing. In 2017, Winter Playoffs.
Now Frozen gets to run over the 2-4 with 4-6 and kill this Twilight Drake outright anyway with the Defender of Argus. It's a bit interesting. Malagos can actually be a big deal. A 4-12 is nearly impossible for a Priest to deal with unless they have full board control.
We saw it yesterday in a situation where Malagos hit the board.
So much
Yeah,
value.
opposers.
Look at docpwn's hand.
He drew
Double Shadow Word
situationally.
Death and a Shadow Word Pain. This Malagos is going to come down on this board. He's got a Holy Nova followed up. He can clear almost every board state from docpwn next turn.
I think all of docpwn's plays here you could look at and ask questions about, and I don't think it would have been consequential because docpwn drew so situationally. Yeah, he cannot deal with Malagos. It will end the game.
Chillmaw can buy him a minuscule amount of time. It'll bait out a Holy Nova, most likely. That's about it. And is it really a bait at that point?
Is Holy Nova killing your Chillmaw when it's at full health? Is that a bait of the Holy Nova? Ah, thank goodness he killed my Chillmaw. Now I can play my Twilight Whelp. docpwn, I think this is checkmate, TJ.
Picks Onyxia. I think he understands the gravity of the situation.
That is definitely a pick that lets you know he understands the gravity of the situation. Things are dire.
Frozen, he knows that as soon as docpwn loads up on the board, Holy Nova will probably end things. Now he's just going to play for more value. Double Northshire Cleric on the board into a Draconid Operative. docpwn looks down because he knows that his run in the Winter Championship has probably ended.
Another Operative.
I don't think he was even looking at the screen for a moment there. Just contemplative.
I wonder.
Frozen has essentially ended 2 games in this series with Malagos.
This is fitting.
Yeah.
Frozen is Malagos.
Quite a bit different looking, but in their hearts, they're the same. And Onyxia comes out. Frozen's already mousing over this Holy Nova. Does need to find out sort of the best way to play this. Does he just sacrifice in these Northshire Clerics and then Holy Nova? I mean, either way you slice it, he's clearing the board. dealing 15 damage to his opponent's face, and developing a 5-5, or 5-6.
I must consider.
He's killing one of the whelps first with Northshire because he wants to draw cards from this. So this is to get a minion damage so that this heal actually matters.
Wow. And to the man who had everything.
This is an embarrassment of riches. Frozen has got it all. He's got another Holy Nova.
Another one.
Well played.
docpwn throws out the well played, gives him the look, concedes. Frozen with a 4-0 score, takes out docpwn and moves on to the grand finals.
Frozen had some